Why are you dying? Huh? Just put a brand new battery in you. I thought that was a fully charged battery. Couldn't have been more wrong. That was one of them batteries that Mr. Geeky Nerd Dad sent me. Of course, then again, he sent it to me for free, so I guess I can't really complain. So I've been trying to upgrade the podcast gear, and I already got a quality microphone, and I got an arm from the folks at Yellowtech. Gave me a nice deal on it. I still have to pay for it.
Shut up and take my money.
I love the look of their mic arms. Those things are absolutely awesome. There's a few other things that I wanted to do, and one thing that isn't good is the camera. I've got a great camera here, I've got a great camera there, and I've got an A6500 that is a great camera. But you can't use them. However, Geeky Nerd Dad, my co-host on the podcast, if you haven't checked out the podcast, I'll put a link somewhere around here, and you can check out our podcast. But we try to keep it at a half hour. Usually it goes about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, and we record live every Friday night around 10ish Eastern, 10:30 Eastern time. So follow us on Twitter to find that out. This is going to help me use that or the A6500 that is in the room over there. So I'm getting ready on Friday for dinner, and Larry hits me up on Hangouts, and I'm like, well, maybe this is he finger dialed it by accident or was trying to do something, but I answered it, and I was like, whoa, the video quality.
What'd you do?
It's like, I figured out a way to use my Canon as my webcam. Wow. He's like, here, this is what you got to do. It's pretty simple. He's like, it does say it's for Canon, but, couldn't get it to work. I looked all over the place. I just wasn't able to figure it out. So I talked to a couple guys. Premiere Reviewer, for one. I had already kind of chatted with Matt Philly about it a little bit, and he gave me some options. But after talking to those guys, the Cam Link from Elgato. This is a $130 hookup, and really all it is just a plug to go to HDMI, but it has the software that allows you to use your DSLR. Also, I wanted to try out something else. I have been hearing so many good things about this from guys who stream, guys that do podcasts, and everything. The Elgato Stream Deck is a game changer in everything that you want to do. So I had to pick it up. But this was, I think, like $130 on Amazon, and I got this for $150, I think it was. Totally worth it. And, I also got a organizing board for my cables for my bag. We'll talk about that later. I also got something for Sony, because if I'm broadcasting for an hour and a half, that battery ain't gonna make it. So I got this dummy battery, which allows you to hook up to a plug, like an external battery. And what's nice about it is I can unplug it and, get it out of the way if I need to. It looks just like the battery that goes into the Sony A7 line. And then it goes to USBs. And again, you can use two batteries to charge it. So very cool. I think that'll be extremely helpful. I think that'd be more than enough if I take like an Anchor battery and hook it up to there. Perfect. So let's take a look at the Cam Link, which really isn't a whole lot to really go over. So what I want to do is take this and compare the quality. Obviously, it should be the same, but I want to see how well this works compared to the Logitech that I have, which is a pretty good web camera. It just, I don't know. We were doing the podcast, and it had two settings, extremely close or extremely far away. It just didn't work. As I suspected, fairly simple. They actually do give you an extension cord there to be able to hook up into. But I don't think I'm going to need that. I think I'm just going to plug this right into the back, and I've got a nice long HDMI cable to go to my computer or to my camera. So I think that will work. And I do plan on using OBS, which is a very popular interface that you can use for broadcasting. And I do have Wirecast, but I have not used that in a while, and I don't know how well it plays with this. I'll certainly try it, but that is a very expensive software compared to OBS, which is free. You download the Elgato software, and you're pretty much ready to go. So let me go ahead and do that, and if anything pops up, I will jump on camera and show you. But it looks like it's just pretty simple. You download it we'll hook the camera up. We'll do a comparison between the Logitech that I use, and I'll give you the specs on that in a second. And of course, the camera that I'm using here. So let's get into it. We are now on the computer, and I have Wirecast open to kind of show you the difference between the webcam and the A6500, which I'm using with the cam link. You can have the ability, on any software to zoom in. Is that really the best function that you can do that? If you have, something else better available, no, this is not the best. So you could do that. You could zoom in, and that will kind of, help a little bit if you want to have the feed go live and you can zoom in and it looks a little bit better. So let's go ahead and bring in the actual DSLR, which is set up. And there you go. Now the angle's a little bit different, but you can definitely see a huge improvement over, you got the bokeh in the background, and it just overall looks better. And this is what I was going for when I wanted to buy this. And I think this is just a perfect upgrade for me to be able to broadcast a little bit better. I mean, hey, Larry's got the Canon. I got to step up my game, right? Really, where I'm going to set this up, I'm not too sure yet. I will figure that out. I could put it right in the middle here and just kind of separate the broadcast on my screen, and, no one will see that. This is perfect for this. Now, I could take this and I could zoom in myself. And again, you're not losing clarity. You are even getting a better bokeh on the background, and that just looks so much better when you're trying to compare it to this compared to this. And you can mess with the coloring on the Logitech and make it a little bit better, but you're not going to quite get something as good as that. Now, should you go out and buy an A6500 just because you want a better webcam for your computer? No. The Logitech works just fine for what it is, and the quality just keeps getting better and better on those. But for me, this is how I want to use this, and again, I can zoom out a little bit, and I'm completely happy with that. I think that is perfect. So that's the Cam Link. I think it is invaluable if you're going to be serious about webcasting and, whether playing games on there or doing a podcast or a video cast or anything like that. You can't go wrong for $130. Of course, I do have the dummy battery hooked up to this as well, which is helping out tremendously because I've got the Anchor battery hooked up to it, and it's going like a champ. It's not even faltering, whereas I went through a number of batteries, trying to use this in a test situation, and I was like, this isn't going to work. So I'm glad I got the dummy battery. All the links for that stuff in the description. Thank you guys so much for all the support. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Of course, if you're stopping in for the first time, I'm not sure which camera to look at. If you're stopping in for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Your support is greatly appreciated. You guys all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.